serious.
Welcome to the basement. Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the basement. I'm Nolo.
Jose.
What's up, bro?
All right, so before we start this episode, I have a question for you. Because you've been working on putting the media and you've been really messing with the YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, my function is the editing, getting the video ready, just throwing it out there, and you deal with the rest. Okay. So I was looking at our YouTube account, right? Go to the YouTube account because I want you to explain to me why this is happening. I'm gonna leave that up just for you viewers, and maybe Noel can explain why we're subscribed to Mariah Carey.
I don't know, nigga. Oh, snap! It is Mariah Carey. I thought it was just a Vivo page. I don't know, bro. I don't subscribe to anything with this guy.
So yeah, if you're listening to the basement, our number one subscription is Mariah Carey.
Is it the only thing we're subscribed to?
The only thing.
We should leave it like that. We should just leave it like that. And leave it public so people can see what we're subscribed to. Did you watch Discovery? The last little bit. Now, mind you, this thing aired years ago. So what were your thoughts?
All right, first and foremost, to all those Star Trek fans, who are judging our worthiness, we are late. I think we're like a month, if not better, late.
Yeah. The only my excuse for being late is that I have to watch with my wife because she's into it. So I have to wait for a moment when I could watch it.
What are you doing?
What the hell?
What is going on?
Sorry, it's an ad. But
so you're blaming your relationship status
because I have to wait for a good time to watch it with her. So I keep putting it off. So what did you think about it though?
Wow. So I was texting you like crazy.
You was like, watch it, just watch
it. And I think that. So I was hearing Trekcast. What up, fellas? And I think they make an argument where they're like, they could do anything with it. It's not Star Trek canon that we know of.
Okay.
Right? It's not JJ canon.
I didn't. What? I only heard the one that you told me to listen to.
I heard like one or two. So I'm summarizing. I'm not quoting. Don't Yeah. Fact checks. If you want to go back and actually check them out, do so. But I got the sense that there was a change, or there should have been a change, in what we consider canon when Star Trek Enterprise came out.
What do you mean?
For the simple fact that Archer came in contact with the Borg. So in reality, there's probably a first contact verse that changes when we actually met the Borg. And our advancement in technology because of that encounter advanced.
I told you about this one time. I feel like we went over this one time.
We did go over this one time.
But obviously not on freaking.
Not on
this.
We
didn't record it. This is a personal conversation we've had. But yeah, when the Borg in First Contact, the movie, when they came back in time to Earth, at that moment, it's a new branch of time.
So, based on that, and they mention, I believe, don't quote me on this, please someone check and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe in this Star Trek Discovery series, they mention Archer.
They do mention Archer. He was the last person to be on the Klingon homeworld is...
Come on, you can do it.
Starts with a Q. Kronos. Starts with a Q, not a K. It's Kronos.
I thought it was Kronos.
Everybody thinks it's Kronos, but it's not. It's Kronos. It's with a Q.
Oh, damn.
Some people write it with a K, but it's with a Q.
All right, so...
Check your canon.
Check your canon. So they don't have to honor anything that happened before.
This is the thing. People are not going to think of it like another universe. They're going to look at it, they're going to think about their own universe. As far as the fans are concerned, we have the Prime universe and we have the Mirror universe. Maybe some people consider the JJ verse differently. But I can't imagine they're gonna be like, oh, now there's another universe we're gonna watch. We gotta
No,
think
I
about.
think that what CBS is saying is that don't worry about what you remember Star Trek to be. Don't worry about that canon. I'm talking about the original series. Don't worry about that. That still exists in another dimension that
In
still
another
exists.
dimension.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about Next Generation that still exists. Don't worry about DS9, Voyager. But when you get to First Contact and then Enterprise, then you're looking at another time, another dimension, another fold, if you will. Now, what does that mean? That means that they could do whatever they want in this series. You know, at the end, spoiler alert, this is a late spoiler alert. This is like the latest spoiler alert you'll ever hear because that's how late we are. Apparently, the last episode aired. If I'm looking at this correctly. I have no idea because it doesn't have dates. That sucks, CBS.
Are you looking for the?
The episode. So basically, the last episode, dude, February 11th. All right. So
I got
late.
I got February 5th. I'm looking at.
Really? I got February 4th for the episode 14, but whatever. So we're a month late, literally. And in the ending, you see the Enterprise.
Yeah.
And it's commanded by
Pike.
Pike. Perfect. Did you see how rugged the ship looked?
It looked like a different Enterprise.
Yeah.
It looked like, yeah.
Okay, so let's pause there, right? Where the hell was the flagship during this whole war?
It should have been up in the front lines, right? It should have been one of them. It should be damaged, completely like messed up.
I hope they have an explanation for that part. Because I'm thinking to myself, so the flagship is doing its own thing? And what are they planning to do with Pike? Are they going to just cover Pike? Is Pike going to eventually end up the way he did with those the mind people?
Yo, what is that guy called from the last Star Trek movie? 2009 Star Trek, the bad guy.
The last movie?
The 2009, the first one, the first new set, the JJ verse ones.
I don't even remember the bad guy.
Nero?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I was writing something down. I just want to talk about it later. Okay, but what did you think of the last episode?
All right, so lots of twists. I thought, okay, I think I text something to you, and my phone is off. But my this is, and again, I think of Trekcast. I was just listening to the most recent episode. This was an episode. This was an episode that was that took time to build up. It was they could have done this in one single episode, but to get more familiar with the characters, to build the characters, you know, a lot of people like Tilly, they had to, you know, this is the method that they went.
But you liked it, the season finale, all that.
Yeah, I thought it was a good twist. I like the fact that the whole Starfleet part where she stands up against the animal, against the Federation, and it's like, this is not who we are.
Yeah.
You know, this is not who we are. There's another way. And then when
would have you done it if it was a bomb? You'd be like, we gotta end this war. Gotta end this war, baby.
So
they gonna kill us.
My liberal Starfleet heart says no. I would have done exactly what she did, and she played it smart because she knew that Giorgio from the Mirror Universe.
Look at you.
She knew that she wouldn't pull the trigger.
Oh, so she was like defending her honor, sort of.
Yeah. So when she was like, "Go ahead, shoot me," and it was like, "You're gonna have to watch me die again," and that hurt her. So she was. So that's why she was. You're right.
So that shows you that the Mirror Universe people have a heart.
Yeah, definitely do. They just did different, you know, they have different morals or different standards that they live by, different codes. But at the end of the day, losing, Giorgio losing this person again wasn't something that she was willing to do. Mind you, she ate people, like she ate other aliens.
The plot twist at the end. Well, plot twist, whatever. The last scenes, when she finds out it's a bomb. When she finds out that it's a bomb that they're gonna blow up, they're not gonna drop a whatever. What was it they were supposed to drop? Like a scanner or something, a drone. They were supposed to drop because it's supposed to be empty, It's supposed to scan the planet. So, but then they found out it was a bomb. That's when they switched the whole plan. And let me just.
I'm trying to see where you're going with this.
I didn't like the episode at all.
What?
I didn't like anything about it. I thought it was the worst thing ever. The worst thing they've ever done.
All right.
I feel like they ruined the whole series for me.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Why?
That's why when you was like, watch it, I was like, this must be amazing. And then as I was watching, I was like, this is garbage. The Orions were the worst thing they've ever done. I was mad at the Klingons, and then I was like, you know what? We'll get used to it. They always change the Klingons, fine. The Orions, they made them these green people. The Orions are like pirates.
But they're a female-run.
Yeah, but they don't act. The men don't act like female. I mean, look at the Enterprise, whatever. The Orions are monsters.
Yeah, but they submit to the females.
It doesn't matter, but they still look like.
What do you mean it
monsters.
doesn't matter?
But they still look. The men look like. They might as well be giants.
Yeah.
They're just huge. If you put an Orion.
Wasn't that the Big Show who played that part?
That's what I'm saying. If you put an Orion to fight a Klingon, it'll be quite the match.
They had who was that? The person that was trying to cut the cuffs off of
Yo,
Tilly.
he was from
he's
the original
on so
series.
many different Star Trek. This guy
he was the baby from the original series, remember? When I saw him, I was like, oh, snap.
They brought it back. I love
it. Like I said, if you take an Orion to fight a Klingon, it'll be quite the match. You know, hand-to-hand combat, right? If you take one of these Orions from Discovery to fight a Klingon, the Klingon would destroy them. They're these feeble...
So that's what did it for you. Forget it.
No. This is just a little tidbit of thousands of things that... When they were cutting the thing off her hand...
Yeah.
And she was like, what is this stuff? Whatever. What are you doing? He's like, I'm an Orion. Whatever. That's fine.
That was a very Star Wars blade, too, right?
Yeah. But then he's saying, what was that stuff? The drugs, whatever. And he was like, the volcanic ash or whatever. Whatever. I don't think you can have volcanic ash. People die off that stuff. But I let that slide. I'm like, oh, whatever. That planet probably does, you know? But then that made her think the volcanoes are active. This is the bomb. Like, that logic didn't... I don't see the connection there. For her to think the volcanoes are active, let me cut this open and see what's actually inside. That doesn't even compute. She should... What makes more sense is she found out, oh my god, the volcanoes are active. Let me let them know. She wouldn't be like, let me open this up and see what's inside. I felt like that was like totally out of character. Like when she did it right away, I was like, what is she doing?
Didn't they mention that there were no volcanoes active?
No, they said they were extinct.
Right, and that it was initially a scanner that was supposed to look through these holes, these cavities, to find some kind of weakness that they could explore. Yeah. So she thought, okay, wait a minute, they are active, so they can't throw anything to scan these caves in a volcano.
Yeah. So what would you do? Would you open it up and like, what is in here?
Yeah, because
or would you say, I gotta let my team know. This is a futile effort.
First of all, I would have punched that little green guy in the face.
But the first thing I would have thought is, wait a minute, weren't you from TNG? I wouldn't even hit him. Like, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? Weren't you a big baby? Where's your diaper? That's crazy. I guess that's open for debate. What else we got?
When Giorgio took the bomb and dropped it in, right? And she was about to do a little thing, and the whole little scene, oh, you're gonna shoot me. Then they got the Klingon lady. What's her name? Oh God, Jesus Christ! The Klingon lady with the white.
Dude, that's great question.
Right, whatever. She comes in. Okay, they give her the scanner. To me, when they gave her the scanner, I was like, "That's unbelievable." They would never do that. They would never give her the bomb. They would never do that. You just gave her the war. Here you go. Here you go. Win the war. Because all she needs to do is say, okay, yeah, I'll take this and I'll change the world. As soon as she goes to front of everybody, like, let's kill the humans. They put a bomb on our planet. Let's destroy them. We're united now. We're stronger than ever. I just foiled the plan to save our planet. That's what a Klingon would have done. You know what I'm saying?
Were you listening to the story at all?
I'm telling you what a Klingon would do.
You're telling me what you would do as a Klingon.
Because, okay, you're saying all she wanted to do is unite the people.
Sorry.
They're already united. You have everything. Now that they're united, let's take over the galaxy. I'm telling you what a Klingon would have done. Because look, if let's say the show would have ended, right? The next scene is the next Klingon killing her and taking the bomb. They're like, all right, now we have the power. They're not gonna let her be the freaking the queen of the Klingons. There's no way they would let that slide, bro. They would have killed her right away. They'd be like taking that bomb, like she's stopping us from what what we're God given to do, to rule this universe.
Yeah, but her argument was that the factions are not united, and it's not the way of our people.
They're united now. The war united them. That's what they wanted. That was the initial reason why they even started the war.
Right.
Was to unite the Klingons. Right now, the Klingons are at their strongest. Against their strongest enemies, they're defeating them. They're on their doorfront of their homeworld. Why would they give up? Klingons don't do that, bro. Klingons would have took Earth. Now, I don't know anything about this. Maybe you know more than me. How did the Klingon War end in canon?
They don't say.
They just say it stopped? You think the writers went back to look and be like, we've never mentioned how it stopped?
I think that's what happened. And this is the way they did it. And the I hear what you're saying in your last argument.
How long was the war supposed to be?
That's the thing. There's like very little information about it.
Because how long was that? The first series of Star Trek Discovery, how much time passed from the beginning to the end? Was it like a year?
So the weird part about it is that, it's the original series that we see the Klingons for the first time. And it's through the movies we see that there's conflict and the Klingons kill Kirk's son. Remember that?
Nope.
Okay. So there's obviously conflict, but it wasn't defined when that conflict took place and when it was officially when it was officially declared a war. There's not enough. I don't know. At least I don't know. Maybe somebody out there does and can correct us. But in my history or understanding, there wasn't a specific mention of when, how long, and really the resolve. Obviously, the resolve was peace. And I always got the sense that in this war, this is why I like it, Discovery rather, I always got the sense that whatever the war was with the Klingons, there wasn't a winner. What there was the Klingon Empire respecting the humans enough to enough to consider them an ally in battle.
I can never see what happened. What throughout the war, the Klingons are just annihilating them. As far as the Klingons are concerned, humans are nothing. Why would we partner with these feeble creatures?
In that sense, perhaps the ending of this series was a little weak and dry. I can't agree with you on that. If the notion was that we humans have you, yeah, we're losing, but we're gonna destroy your homeworld. We're gonna destroy what's most valuable to you.
See, because maybe it's me overthinking the way the Klingons do things.
If they were really united, there should have been no way. There should have been no way that any alien would have gotten to the homeworld as easy as they did. And when you look at the race and the status of the people, it's very disorganized.
You're talking about the Orions.
Well, where were they?
They were on Kronos.
Right. It was disorder. It was a planet of
chaos.
chaos.
I don't remember why they allowed them to be there. They gave them like a little spot for whatever reason. I think for
trading. No, it was just trading. Listen, there's no established government. That's the argument here. The argument here is that look how easy it is. We're losing this war, but look how easy it is for us to destroy you. Not only destroy you, but destroy your culture. Like, how important is Earth to the Federation? Come on.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing for the Klingons. And for the Klingons not to be united, I mean, if you look at the Klingons in the other series that we were familiar with, especially TS9,
yeah,
you see that there's the Chancellor, there's a government.
Yeah.
The factions are together, whereas in this series they weren't. And that whole idea that we're not together was her argument to them in Tuguma's argument that we're not who we are meant to be. And, this is our time.
But either way, even throughout all...
Because I think that you're thinking about the Klingons that we know, that are organized, that are warriors, that are
No, not
united.
even. Think about how the Klingons work. Even within their own government, they're backstabbing each other. They're doing things on each other's backs. You know.
But not in DS9.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. But if let's say the Klingons that were there watching Earth, remember they show like a few ships watching Earth.
Yeah, and then they leave.
Imagine if they'd have been like, all right, come back. The Klingons are like, are you crazy? We're ready for war. We want blood. They would never turn around. They would betray. Let's go get our victory. Let's go to Stovall.
I don't know. I think you gotta watch it again, bro.
Maybe I have to watch it again.
You gotta watch it again.
Every time, every
What did your wife think?
I don't know. I didn't even ask her. Honestly,
You're obligated to watch it.
I don't think she was.
You're obligated to watch it with her. You're not gonna ask her what she thought.
Because I felt so like let down by it.
Really?
Yeah, I felt so like this show is horrible. What did they do? And then at the end, when they gave us the Enterprise, I almost felt like it was like, sorry, here, have this. That's what it felt like. Like, sorry, we messed up your show. Here, have this. Come back. Come back next season, please. We're gonna see this. You're gonna see this Enterprise for about one episode next season before we leave. You think they're gonna keep Enterprise? There's no way they're gonna keep Enterprise for the whole season. They'll probably show them the first season, and then they'll stay in radio contact or something throughout the season. There's no way they're gonna keep Enterprise throughout the whole season. How long was Pike captain before this guy took over?
Wow, I got the original VHS of that episode. I think it's called The Cage.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Not long.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that pilot was turned down. And
because
then they
apparently
did it.
this supposed
Thank
to
you,
take
Lucy.
place.
I love you, Lucy.
They're supposed to take 10 years before, right? That's what I remember. 10 years before Kirk.
Which is another thing that's mind-boggling.
So if the war was, say, let's say a year. War was like a year. That's 9 years. So Pike was captain for 9 years of the Enterprise? Before Kirk showed up? I don't think he was captain for that long.
No, I don't think so either. I don't even think that... That's the whole... The fact that they're bringing him back is awesome.
Pike?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm dying to see who the cast is, right?
I don't know.
Who are they bringing out? What's another thing about
It'd be
Discovery?
weird if they bring back the movie guys. The guy that did it in the movie. To be like, hey, this is the JJ verse.
You thought we were gone. We're back. I guess. I mean, what's gonna happen to Giorgio? Where's she gonna go?
Where did she go? She just left.
She out. She got her freedom.
She's
She's not property.
She's the oh God, what is it called? He's the Khan. She's the new Khan for her. She's her Khan.
Right. That's her con.
Yeah.
But no, because I don't think they'll ever kill each other.
No, they'll never kill each other, but she will she'll constantly be against the Federation. She knows so much. She can easily grab a band of Orions even, and just be like, let's form an alliance.
Especially the Orions.
Yeah, because she kick their butts. They're sissies. They're softies Orions. They're so they're green people. They're regular guys, green. That drove me when I saw them. I was like, what? Why are they so small?
Maybe because they were conquered by the board.
By the Klingons.
By the Klingon.
I don't think they were.
And they're
conquered.
just like scavenging around, like.
Nah, they look like they were flourishing there.
Wow.
They were trading. They look good there.
Yeah, so we're
They had their own strip clubs. Got to see a guy's butt, green butt.
Oh yeah, we did actually. Yes. Wow, I'm a little surprised. You know what? I'm a little surprised that we're in opposite ends, but then again, it's you, so I'm like.
That's funny. When I saw it, I was like, "This is gonna be an interesting conversation," because I know because originally we were supposed to have Steven here.
Yeah.
And I know Steven said he liked it, so I thought it was just gonna be like this.
2 against 1. Damn, Steven, thanks for showing up.
And I felt disappointed by the whole thing. Yo, they went from a low hum, and then they went like a high. This is oh my God, they're doing so much crazy stuff. And then at the end, they just dropped like a ton of bricks. I was like, what happened? Who dropped the ball? Did they have new writers?
You gotta look that up. I have no idea.
Jeez. I was like, what?
I'm just shocked that you're that disappointed.
I'm very disappointed. So much so.
Wow.
And I'm afraid of what it holds now in the future.
What? Oh, then I
Because when they went to the Mirror Universe, I was like, this is crazy. Oh my God, what are they going to do? And then when they came back with Giorgio from the Mirror Universe, I was like, what is she going to do? And then the way they ended it, so it was anticlimactic. Like, it should have been some sort of epic thing, and it was just like,
wow.
here goes your mom. And she's like, oh, yay, I'm the new queen of Klingons. I was just like, what is going on here? That's so out of
It sounds to me like you didn't. It sounds. Are you disappointed in the storyline or are you disappointed in the acting?
I'm disappointed in the characters. The characters, they're so out of character. The Klingons are out of character.
So the writing.
The writing, yeah.
The writing.
It's just the writing, yeah. They have the potential to, like, really put up a Game of Thrones style sci-fi.
That's so funny that you mentioned Game of Thrones.
What?
Because Drake.
They talk about Game of Thrones too?
Yeah.
They have a Game of Thrones cast?
Know how they compare like this is like that with people dying and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We never had that in a series. People who always come back to life, or
I mean, they all did.
Or Mirror Universe.
Giorgio came back, but okay.
Yeah. But I don't know, I just wasn't happy with it at all. And I'm even afraid for the next season. Did they renew? They did renew, right?
Yeah, I mean that's why you had the Enterprise.
But
Come out
after
of
the
nowhere.
Enterprise, they're like, all right, fine, we'll give you another chance. At it.
We'll give you another one. But let's
Is CBS Access gonna do it again? Because that was the worst idea.
I'm gonna have to assume so.
You know how many people I talked to about the show, and they're like, I want to see. I heard it was so good, but you can only watch it on.
Yeah, my
So
brother.
I'm not gonna watch it.
My brother.
And I'm just like, why would they limit themselves? What else? What are you gonna get? CBS X, Online X, whatever they call it. Why are you gonna get that? What other shows on it?
And wouldn't it make sense if you were gonna watch the stuff and you like my brother? I think he's planning to do binge it. So just sign up at now that it's over and
Watch it all one shot.
watch it all
Cancel it.
1 month, and then cancel. What you pay $7, $8, whatever it is.
What are you gonna watch? What is it? Young Sheldon? Who the hell's gonna watch that crap? What is it? What shows do they have? They have nothing on CBS. Name another show on CBS other than Big Bang Theory.
News? I don't know, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
They have to have news.
If Paramount, because Paramount, I think CBS and Paramount at one point they were together, and they split, right?
Yeah.
So if Paramount was saying to CBS, join with us and we'll put all Paramount stuff and all CBS stuff on an app, on a streaming app, then I can see that making money, because Paramount has a catalog of movies. Imagine all the Star Trek movies. I mean, Star Wars. Oh my God. Star Trek movies, Star Trek shows, all in one place. All of them.
Wow. Oh, like a library.
That's all you need.
Database.
That's all you need. Because in CBS you can't get the movies, and in Paramount you can't get the shows. But if you put them together, every Star Trek fan in the world will be like, of course I'm gonna pay for that. But then again, they all got Netflix. Netflix has everything.
Except for the movies.
Right? They have some movies.
They have some, not all.
They have maybe like 2 or 3 movies on it.
Damn, Netflix. Just spend all that money and buy it. CBS will never sell, though, for this particular reason.
Unless Netflix buys CBS.
CBS will never sell. I get the impression that CBS is just that cocky.
Yeah, but
and they have nothing to offer.
Fox sold tomorrow. DC. I mean, Disney. Disney owns Fox now. And you would have never thought that, the way they went back and forth with the stupid property. Arguing about, X-Men is ours. There was a thing between Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, but there's substance there to go back and forth. What does CBS have?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be such easy.
Why would they sell?
Imagine Netflix, a monster in the game.
They
saying,
would never
we
sell.
want you.
They would never sell for that one reason. What they feel they have is enough.
If CBS was to sell Star Trek, CBS is over.
That's what. Why would they sell them?
That's what I'm saying. If they sell the entire channel though, and merge somehow with Netflix, imagine what would CBS series Channel 2?
Channel 2.
Imagine Channel 2 being Netflix.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm getting cable tomorrow.
So imagine that. No, and not even. They just stream whatever random stuff from Netflix. They just put Netflix on random on Channel 2.
Wow, that'll be crazy. I don't think Netflix would.
Whatever's the most popular on Netflix, it'll just stream on Channel 2.
Damn. Yeah, so we're big on Star Trek. If it isn't obvious by now, most people are gonna be like, yeah, not for me. But you should check it out. Let us know what you think of the series. I would have loved to have, what your wife thought of it, being that she wanted to see it.
The fact that we didn't talk about it after tells me that she wasn't feeling it. Usually at the end of the show, like, oh my God, when it was over, we're both like, all right, let's go to bed. That was it. It was. I felt disappointed. I felt almost embarrassed even talking about it.
Wow. All right.
Yo, check it out. Where? So you have the original timeline. Then you have TNG. They go back in time with the First Contact. Branches off a new universe, right? First Contact verse, right?
No.
First Contact is when they come with the
Okay,
the Borg.
but where your starting point, where TNG went back,
Oh, I'm wilding. It was all the way over here. Right?
and
Before
where
original
where you started, you're wrong. Look, let me show you.
Hold on, let's make a page.
This guy likes to doodle.
All right.
He's the doodle.
We're gonna have our timeline. I'm gonna show you guys. This is our timeline, right? You got the original series right here.
But yeah.
The next generation here.
Uh-huh.
First Contact goes back before. No, yeah, way before original series. And then that's when it branches off into the new universe, right? Later on, you have Nero. From original series time, he goes just before original series. And that branches off another universe too, you think?
Hold on right there, because TNG moves forward. Your starting point for when TNG goes back actually has to be a subline that is between DS9 and Voyager.
DS9 and Voyager right here too.
DS9?
They're all around the same time. DS9 is around the same time, and Voyager is about the same time as DS9.
Right, but when they went back,
Yeah.
when they went back in time, First Contact was aired, or you assume is between DS9 and Voyager series, like middle DS9, very beginning of Voyager.
Okay,
Why?
so
Because in First Contact you see, come on, bro.
The First Contact you see.
Worf, and they pick him up in
the
the Defiant.
No, but what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is that the whole series passed. Now we're into the DS9 series, where now the movie First Contact with TNG goes back in time, way back.
Are you guys see what he's doing with his hands? he's like the movie. Right.
Trying to help you out, though.
They go back in time to before. They go back in time at First Contact.
Yes.
Okay, that's why it's called First Contact.
That's why they called it First Contact.
But
right?
when the Borg make that jump, they basically punch the timeline and make a new timeline.
You guys see that? You guys see that?
Yeah. So that's what's happening, right? They go to the
point of which humans make first contact with an alien
But
race.
at that point, once the Borg make it there, there's a branch. You have your original series time that's continuing the same way, and then you have another branch with a Borg. That new branch
is what we're living.
Yeah, is what we're living
with Star Trek Discovery.
That's right. Yep. Thank you, sir.
Why did you kiss the mic?
That new branch. That new branch is Enterprise. The Enterprise show was on that branch. Right? Because if you look at the technology of Enterprise.
Of that branch.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Because they discovered the Borg.
Yes.
And in the original timeline, there's no Borg until Q. So
into the beginning of next.
So you're saying we need to agree here. Cause I was gonna start yelling at this thing. We can't yell.
You can't yell. They don't like it.
So that new timeline from First Contact is the Voyager. You have Enterprise, and then Voyager. Voyager? No, I'm wildin'. Enterprise. No, not even Enterprise. Oh yeah, Enterprise. Discovery. And then next is gonna be the original series that comes after.
This is why we have Captain Pike
on that new timeline.
On the time we're living now, yeah.
The only way we can accept certain things.
Whoa! Stop throwing things.
I gotta make space.
Clearing the table, you're gonna make a mess.
The only way I can accept a different history with Pike and the new Enterprise with Kirk is if somehow they make it obvious that that's what happened. If they go back, if they have mentioned these cybernetic beings on Earth. This history of...
To tie it.
So we know, hey, this is that new timeline. We got to put a picture. I got to make a nice graphic. We're going to put it on the website. All right? So we can show everybody what we're talking about because...
That'll be dope, though.
We're going to...
That'll be dope.
Okay, all right.
Got it right now.
But so that has to be a new timeline that we're living in right now.
We're living that time.
That time right now.
Because remember, they mentioned Archer.
Yeah. So do you think Nero, because Nero destroyed Vulcan, is that a whole new timeline? That's a third timeline.
Okay, that's another branch off of timeline.
Off the original timeline.
Off the original. So we're still traveling that one line. Do you know what's the series, according to my understanding, that hasn't been altered or changed in the timeline and created its own timeline for the future?
Voyager.
And how?
Voyager. At the end.
At the end. So Voyager's living the original canon, what we know canon, the original series, all the way through all the series. Voyager's living it. Voyager's the last that we know of that canon.
Yeah.
But even within the original canon, she diverts into two.
Yeah.
The original.
Wait. The original canon is her getting to Earth 70 years later or something like that?
The original, here's the thing.
Because she bumps that canon out. She moves it over. She branches off another timeline when she goes back in time.
Right, so...
And she gets them there young.
So there are two, but they're operating off the same canon, just like JJ verse, right? There's the original that keeps going, and then there's the one that causes the split, right? The change in history, Vulcan. In this one, the original is her taking 76 years to get there.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the original.
She goes back and she pops up a new branch.
Then from the original, that's the different canon.
Oh,
But our canon is her not taking the shortcut, her, losing Chakotay, losing 7 of 9. That's the original canon. That's, as far as I'm concerned, as far as Star Trek is concerned, the original canon, that's where we left off.
Yeah.
In Star Trek history.
If we wanted to continue...
Now we have all these other...
branches. If we wanted to follow the canon more forward, we would have to follow it. The original streamlined straight canon.
The original straight line?
Vieja... Vieja Drainway, right?
You're going to have to translate that, right?
Vieja means old Janeway is the original straight line canon. So if we wanted to follow a streamlined canon all the way through, it would have to be that canon. Which probably, let's be real, we're probably not. If we go forward in time, it's going to be from that branch off when Janeway got there early.
Right, people are more interested in that one.
If I remember correctly, there was a movie where Janeway is an admiral and she's young. What movie was that?
She wasn't young. That was CGI and makeup. And the movie you're referring to is the movie that they did.
I'm not gonna guess because I don't know.
You're talking about Insurrection, which is the Vulcan movie that is the last Next Generation movie that they did that reunited.
Remus and Romulus. Yeah. Right. See, but the fact that that Vulcan was on that movie is enough to show me what timeline they're on.
So even that movie was operating under
the original
altered Janeway verse.
The altered Janeway verse. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna put together the diagram.
You're gonna draw a big ass spider. Right?
If I knew more, we should look it up.
What?
And make a huge.
No, you're not gonna find what we're saying. This is deep, bro.
Deep cuts.
This is deep.
Whoa, that was good.
That's Star Trek. That's why they would never let it go. It's too easy to go and start over and change it, create something new, something totally different.
It kind of reminds me of Marvel comics, the actual comic books. They constantly go to different timelines, to different alternate universes or whatever. Right.
So why would you sell off a story that you could constantly change, and that your dedicated fans
are gonna watch?
Yeah. So for you, hated it, you're still gonna watch the next season.
Still gonna watch it. Definitely gonna watch it. No matter what, no matter how bad I hated it.
Why would I sell that?
That's why Netflix just has to buy the entire channel.
Damn, Netflix, stop spending money, just buy Star Trek.
And we're waiting for a check, Netflix.
We need 25 now, but 25 podcasts.
Oh,
That's it,
man.
right? That's the basement, ladies.
Basement. Peace.